What's up, everybody? What's up, everybody? Justin here with my Impact Wrestling Impact Homecoming 2019 pay-per-view review. This was the first Impact Wrestling pay-per-view of the new year in 2019. I was really happy and really glad that Impact Wrestling had a pay-per-view in January. Very glad they're back on pay-per-view in January. It was a very good show, very good pay-per-view. I really enjoyed it. So let's get to the review. Up first, we had the X Division Championship on the line. It was vacated. X Division title on the line in an Ultimate X match. Ultimate X match is back. So, a four-way Ultimate X match. You had Jake Crisp, Ethan Page, Rich Swann, and Trey Miguel in this. Really good Ultimate X. I enjoyed it. You had a lot of high spots. It was just a car crash. It was a car wreck. Rich Swann at one point got tombstoned on the stage. Ethan Page speared Jay Crisp off the four ropes above the ring. Ethan Page speared him off the four ropes. They both crash to the mat. That was an awesome spot. And Rich Swann, what I took away from this Ultimate X match, Rich Swann, I knew it already when the guy was in WWE. Rich Swann is really damn good. The guy is a really good performer, really good cruiserweight X Division wrestler. So Rich Swann is damn good. Rich Swann and Trey are both climbing the ropes, going to the title in the middle of the four ropes. They're both going for the title, but Rich Swann gets to it first. Rich Swann pulls it down. Rich Swann, yes, Rich Swann, your new X Division champion in Impact Wrestling is Rich Swann. I'm really happy for the guy. I'm really glad Rich Swann is the new X Division champion. Pretty good Ultimate X match. Not the best I've ever seen. Probably the best Ultimate X matches were probably with AJ Styles, in my opinion. And Chris Sabin was a part of some good ones too. So up next, that was a kickoff, the Ultimate X match where we crowned a new X Division champion. Up next, we had a Knockouts tag matchup, where I didn't get to predict this because I didn't know it was going to happen. But it did happen, the Knockouts tag match. By the way, I did predict Rich Swann would win the X Division title. So Allie and Su Yung teaming up to take on the team of Kiera Hogan and Jordana Grace. I enjoyed it. Good Knockouts tag match. I really enjoyed it. It's really cool to see Allie in a different character, Dark Allie, Demon Bunny Allie. It's really cool to see. Su Yung, she's great character. She plays it really well. Jordana Grace, damn did she impress me. Jordana Grace at one point was holding up Allie in a slam, holding her. Kiera Hogan put Su Yung up on Jordana Grace's shoulders. Jordana Grace powerbombed and slammed two women at the same time. Jordana Grace is like a female Brock Lesnar. She is a beast. She is super talented. She's damn good. So a lot happened in this Knockouts tag match. I didn't know or really expect Rosemary to return, but yes, she did. Rosemary returned. Rosemary returned. It was awesome. I was really happy to see Rosemary back on pay-per-view. She was moving kind of slow because her left knee is injured. I don't know if she had surgery. I believe it's a torn ACL or something. She's moving kind of slow, but so what? I was just happy to see her appear. So, the Allie and Su Yung win, and then after the match, we have the dead bridesmaids come out with the coffin on this stage. By the way, if you didn't know, this Impact Homecoming was at the Asylum, Impact Wrestling's former home when they were TNA from 2002 to 2004. So the coffin comes out, and before the coffin came out, the fans were chanting. They were chanting for Rosemary. There were Rosemary chants before the coffin or during when the coffin came out. And I didn't really think about, is Rosemary in there? But I thought it'd be cool if she was. And who pops out of the coffin on the stage? Rosemary pops out of the coffin, is staring at Su Yung, facing off with Su Yung. Su Yung charges Rosemary. Rosemary moves, and Su Yung takes out the bridesmaids on the stage. Rosemary gets in the ring. The crowd is going pretty crazy. And Rosemary faces off with Allie in the ring. That was great to see. Rosemary just pats her on the head and scares Allie away. So that was great. It was great to see Rosemary return. I'm a big fan of her. Big fan of her. I love the Rosemary character. Love her as a person and a wrestler. I will always support Rosemary wherever she goes, wherever she wrestles. It was nice also on Twitter tonight. I got 2 likes from Rosemary, my tweets about her. So up next we had, again, Allie and Su Yung get the victory. But the main story was after the match, Rosemary returned and popped out of the coffin. Up next we had Falls Count Anywhere. After every match, they seemed like they did a backstage interview that was only like 40 seconds long, and then they go straight to the next match. So Falls Count Anywhere up next. Moose, Eddie Edwards. They beat the hell out of each other. It was hardcore. It was awesome. They went into the crowd. They used chairs. They used Singapore canes. They used barricades. There was flying chairs. There were dives. There were Eddie Edwards jumped off a balcony in the Asylum. Back in the day, 2002, 03, 04, a lot of wrestlers would go fight in the crowd in the Asylum, and a lot of them would jump out of that balcony or jump out of the crowd. It was like up a staircase. That was awesome that Eddie dove off a balcony to take out Moose. And back into the ring, Eddie Edwards gets a Singapore cane. He's about to use it. His wife comes out, Alyssa. I forget her name, but Eddie Edwards' wife. I believe it's Alyssa Edwards. She comes out, is telling Eddie, no, like, don't hit him with the cane. That kind of pissed me off. But then Eddie's wife grabs a cane and starts bashing Moose in the head with it over and over, cracking him in the skull. I mean, really hard shots with the Singapore cane to Moose. He was trying to block so he wouldn't get his damn head cracked in or head bashed in. And then Eddie takes the cane and I think he DDT Moose for the 1, 2, 3 fall. Oh, yeah. And Moose also went crashing through a barricade at ringside. The barricade broke in half. That was pretty awesome. Eddie Edwards wins Falls Count Anywhere. I did predict Eddie would win, but I expected Raven or Tommy Dreamer to show up. But it's okay that they didn't, because they did show up on Impact last week. So up next we had Sami Callihan, unannounced match. I didn't know it was happening because I didn't predict it. Sami Callihan, Willie Mack. I'm not a fan of Sami Callihan. He can go straight to hell. Fuck Sami Callihan. Sami Callihan taking on Willie Mack. Willie Mack, the guy's awesome. The guy's a great wrestler, great talent. I really like Willie Mack. The guy's a really bright future in Impact Wrestling if he's signed. He must be signed because they're using him a lot. So this was a good match. Willie Mack was a star of it. In my opinion, he shined. But stupid Sami Callihan gets the victory. So Sami Callihan wins. And that's what I think of that. Up next, we had Monsters Ball. Monsters Ball match was up next. Abyss, the hardcore legend, Impact Wrestling Hall of Famer, take on Eli Drake. This was good. This was better than I expected. Eli Drake took a lot of punishment. Abyss took a lot of punishment. They used staple guns, chairs, trash cans, tables were broken. Eli was running at Abyss. Abyss was outside on the apron, and Abyss flips him over his head, and Eli went crashing through 2 tables, only for one of them to break. And the other table did not break. Eli smacked the back of his head on it. Back into the ring, Abyss gets out thumbtacks. Shocker. He got out thumbtacks from a bag, dumped them out in the ring, and he choke slams Eli Drake on the tacks. And Eli, I wish you would have wore a t-shirt, but no, he didn't have a t-shirt on. Choke slammed his back. The camera goes on it. Full of tacks, like 30 to 40 tacks stuck in the back of Eli Drake. He became the human pincushion. It was insane. It was damn sick, but it was awesome. It was sick in a good way to see. So Eli's back, and the guy continued the match with the tacks stuck in his back. He continued for like 5 to 10 more minutes. His back started bleeding a lot because of the tacks were stuck in it. He took like a oar, one of those things you push water, tread water with. Took a oar, broke it over the head of Abyss for the 1, 2, 3. Eli Drake wins. That's a good thing. I thought in my prediction show, I thought Eli Drake should have went over and Abyss should have put him over. He did. It was a right call, right decision. Eli Drake wins. So up next we had the tag team title match. Oh my fucking God. Impact Wrestling tag team titles on the line. LAX defending against Pentagon Jr., Ray Phoenix, Lucha Brothers. As I said, oh my fucking God. This tag title match was awesome. It was a match of the night, in my opinion. Definitely could be a match of the year candidate. I know we're in January and it's only January 6th, but LAX Lucha Bros was so damn good. So fun to watch, so exciting. Such a good match. The crowd was on fire. The crowd was standing the entire match. All 4 guys, both teams just went balls to the wall, beat the crap out of each other. It was high flying. It had high spots. It was hard hitting. And it was great. Great match. It was a tag match, but there wasn't much tagging in and out. They were constantly in the ring going at it. I guess it was like it felt like a Texas tornado match where there were basically no rules. You can be in the ring as long as you want. It was so damn good. Seriously. Get the replay of Homecoming for LAX against the Lucha Brothers. It was that good. Try to find a way to watch it any way possible. So LAX wins and retains. I was kind of surprised. LAX won and retain. I don't have a problem with it. LAX is a damn good tag team. Conan came out after it, gets on the mic, says a lot of stuff, says all four of these guys topped and exceeded expectations, and I agree. It was fucking awesome. So again, LAX wins and retains. They are still the Impact Wrestling Tag Team Champions. LAX is at a great run as tag team champions. They're a great team. Up next, we had the Knockouts. 2 more matches left, and they are title matches. The Knockouts title on the line. Tessa Blanchard defending against Taya Valkyrie. And first, I want to say Gail Kim was a special guest referee. And oh my fucking God, Gail Kim looked gorgeous. Smoking hot. Gail Kim, really sexy woman in my opinion. I mean, I know Gail Kim has stepchildren. She is a MILF. She is hot as hell. And somehow Gail Kim, every year, she just keeps looking better and better. So Gail Kim's a ref. Her and Tessa do not get along. Taya Valkyrie was a challenger. I predicted Tessa would win. I really thought she would win and retain. But no, she did not. Gail Kim got involved. Tessa grabbed Gail by the throat. First off, the Knockouts title match was pretty good. It wasn't great, but it was pretty damn good. Tessa grabs Gail by the throat, pushes her in the corner. At one point, Gail got forearmed by Tessa and got knocked down. But Tessa lost it because Gail did do a couple fast counts on purpose, but it didn't work. And Tessa pushed her in the corner, had her by her throat. Taya Valkyrie rolls up Tessa for a fast 3 count, but it was only a 2 count. Anyways, Gail has a title, and Tessa has a title, and they're pulling at it, fighting over the title. And then Gail hits, by accident, hits Taya with the title, but Taya kicked out. Then after that, after that, Tessa got in Gail's face again. Tessa pushed Gail Kim, and that pissed off Gail. She started attacking Tessa and hit her with her finisher, Eat Defeat. And then Taya gets on Tessa, 1, 2, 3, Gail Kim. I believe it was a fast count. So Gail Kim screws Tessa Blanchard. She did screw her. Some of the fans were booing at Taya Valkyrie winning the title like that. Taya was holding up the title. A stupid fan was giving her the finger. That ain't right. Whenever I go to wrestling shows, I will never give a finger to a female wrestler. That, to me, that's just too disrespectful. I'll do it to guys as much, the male wrestlers, I'll do it to as much as I want. But I wouldn't do it to a female wrestler. So whoever that jerk off is that was giving a finger to Taya Valkyrie, you're a fucking idiot. And you're a dumbass. And you shouldn't have done that. That's wrong. To be giving a finger to a female wrestler. In my opinion, it's wrong. I would never give a finger to a woman's wrestler. They don't deserve that at all. So, anyways, Taya Valkyrie, your new Knockouts champion to start off 2019. I predicted Tessa would win, but it didn't happen. What was I gonna say? Anyways, I don't remember what I was gonna say. Oh yeah, Tessa Blanchard had a pretty good title reign. She held it for at least 5 or 6 months. At least 5 or 6 months she held it, I believe. I'm not sure, but I think she held it 5 or 6 months. So, anyways, I didn't see the live chat before. Now I see it. What's up, Laura? Thank you for watching. Kenny Omega has said he is done with New Japan. When did he say that? I don't watch New Japan much. So did he say that Friday morning or tonight or whenever they do their shows? Did he say that Wrestle Kingdom? I don't know. Tell me, Laura, when did Kenny Omega say that? And Laura says Gal Kim looked damn like I felt like a cartoon character. Anyways, I believe you think Gal Kim looked good. Again, I agree. Gal Kim looked smoking hot and really attractive. So again, if Kenny announced he's done with New Japan, I'm sure a lot of the Japanese New Japan fans are probably sad about it. I'm going to predict right now, if Kenny Omega says he's done with New Japan, I'm going to predict Kenny said that today. Cool. Thank you for telling me that information. And Tessa might go to AEW. She very well could. I don't know. I think Tessa Blanchard signed a 1 or 2 year contract with Impact. So I don't know if she's going to AEW. If she signed a 1 year deal, it will be up in May or April or in the summer. I believe Impact announced last summer that Tessa signed a multi-year contract, I think, if I remember right. So I'm going to predict, before I get to the main event of Homecoming, I'm going to predict Kenny Omega. Kenny Omega will sign and debut in AEW, All Elite Wrestling. That's my prediction. Kenny will go to All Elite Wrestling, where Cody is, probably a good friend of his, where the Young Bucks are. They're probably good friends also. I know they're in the Bullet Club, but that doesn't really mean they all get along. I don't know. I'm sure Cody and the Bucks get along because they put on All In. So, if Kenny Omega, I predict he will go to AEW and he will be the franchise of the company, probably the top guy in the company, and he should be. And he'll be probably booked as their franchise top star. And that'll be a damn good thing. That'll be great for AEW to get Kenny Omega again if he goes there. I predict he will. And I really hope AEW gets on TBS or TNT, because that station is known by everybody and available to just about every wrestling fan. Or if they don't get on TBS or TNT, they should get on WGN. So Laura says, You finally got your Tony Storm shirt and Rhea Ripley sweater. That's awesome. I don't know. Did you get the Tony Storm shirt that's from NXT where it has like a red zipper across it? That's the same Tony Storm shirt I got. I wanted to buy a Tony Storm shirt off her website because I believe she would get the profits, but I don't know. It had a UK English dollar sign, so I don't know if they would take American money. I don't know. But anyways, so again, I think Kenny will go to All Elite Wrestling, and I predict he will sign with them. But personally, I would like to see Kenny Omega in the WWE and debut in the Royal Rumble match. So enough about Kenny, enough about AEW. I really hope AEW gets a good TV deal where they're on cable, a known big channel, because if they do, I will do a lot of AEW videos and predict and review their shows. So anyways, that All Elite Wrestling is having a rally in Jacksonville, Florida on Tuesday, really close to SmackDown, where SmackDown's taking place. I believe it starts like 1 or 2 hours before SmackDown. I'm going to try to watch it. And that All Elite rally, I'm going to try to do a live reaction to it when it's happening. Or I don't know if it'll be a live stream, but I'm going to do a reaction to that All Elite Wrestling rally. Maybe they'll announce when Double or Nothing's happening, or maybe they will announce a TV deal. So anyways, to the main event of Impact Wrestling, Homecoming Johnny Impact. Johnny Impact defending the title against Brian Cage, the Machine. He came out in like Terminator gear. One side was a shoulder pad, and his arm was like a Terminator look. He had the Terminator face. That was awesome on one side. So really awesome looking gear Brian Cage had on. Made him look like a Terminator. They had a good match. They had a really good match. This was a good main event. Johnny in stupid Survivor cast, 2 of them that Johnny Impact are friends with. I guess they were in Survivor, the TV show, with him. I don't watch Survivor, so I don't really know who they are, and I don't care who they are. I care about Johnny Impact because I've known him since the guy started as Johnny Nitro. And I've seen the guy's career since he was on Tough Enough. So I'm a fan of Johnny Impact. I'm a fan of Brian Cage. I didn't care who won. Didn't matter to me. Both of them are good. And either of them, whoever won, I would have been happy. Anybody watching this, what was your favorite match of Homecoming? Leave your favorite match in the chat or in the comments. Johnny Impact is, again, his friends in the front row were distracting the ref. There are 2 guys that were on Survivor with him. Again, I don't care who the hell they are. To me, they're nobodies. Brian Cage probably should have won. But I predicted Johnny Impact would win and retain. He did. It was kind of confusing, kind of a weird finish. Johnny Impact still controversial. Johnny Impact still your champion. So that was Impact Wrestling Homecoming. This was my review. I'm going to check my Twitter poll and see who liked it. who thought it was, or who graded the show, who voted on my Twitter poll. I said grade tonight's Impact Homecoming pay-per-view. You can vote on that poll at WWE NXT Guy. That is my Twitter. 53% gave Homecoming. 53% gave it a B+. 34% gave it a C+. 13% gave it a A. I'm going to give Impact Wrestling Homecoming, I'm going to give it a grade of a B+. I really enjoyed it. Homecoming gets a B+ from me. What is your grade? What grade do you give Impact Wrestling Homecoming from A to F? I give it a B+. I enjoyed the show. I'm glad I paid for it and watched it and saw it and didn't steal it over the internet. So everybody that enjoys Impact Wrestling, please support them. Support Impact Wrestling in 2019. Support WWE. Support NXT. Support NXT UK. Support Ring of Honor. Support New Japan. Support AEW. Support Major League Wrestling. Support Shimmer, Stardom. Support all women's wrestling. Support pro wrestling in 2019. This year, 2019 and 2018, in my opinion, is the best year to be a wrestling fan because there's so many different options. So many companies out there that are damn good. So many awesome talent a part of these companies. 2018 and 2019, in my opinion, is the best time to be a wrestling fan. I don't care if ratings are down. That doesn't affect me. That's the company's problem. I'm just saying there's so much wrestling out there to watch. It is the greatest time to be a fan, for sure. I mean, we had Wrestle Kingdom 13 just happened. Impact had a pay-per-view, Impact Homecoming. I believe on Friday, or I think it's Friday, or the 12th. January 12th or something is NXT TakeOver UK. Then we got NXT TakeOver Phoenix, and then we got the Royal Rumble. January, hell of a month for wrestling fans. So this was my Impact. Oh, let me stretch. I've been sitting a long time watching this pay-per-view. So I need to sit up and stretch. Anyways, this ends my Impact Wrestling Homecoming review. I enjoyed it. Hopefully you did too. Bye for now, everybody.